Okay guys, so another video. Now, with this one we've never had before, and that is the OnePlus 7 Pro. Now, I've had a look into this. It's not a bad little handset. Well, I say little, it's a big handset. 6.67 inch screen. Super AMOLED, the screen as well, the glass is actually Gorilla Glass. So, pretty resistant. She does weigh a bit, and there's a reason for that, which I'll explain later on in the video. But, as you can see, even with my hand, it fits quite snugly. On the left hand side, you've got your volume buttons. Right hand side, power. In screen, fingerprint sensor. So again, up to date with the current trend, and not on a budget range like the Honor 20 with the SNE, which, you know, nice little position, but let's face it, most people are looking for this now. On the back, 3 lenses, so not as many as the Honor 20 or the P30 Pro, but this thing definitely matches the Mate 20 Pro, only it weighs a lot more. So, booting up, nice little screen. As you can see, if you're looking closely, there is no notch, no hole in the screen. This is a completely full screen, something no other phone has. You know, regardless of whether there's a camera on the front, that's still not full screen. This is, you know, they can honestly say we have got a full screen. And I think for some people, especially considering what this thing can do, that's a massive selling point. Now, cameras on the back. So, 48 megapixel is the main camera. It's also a wide angle camera. 16 megapixel ultra wide camera. And an 8 megapixel telephoto lens. So no macro, but, you know, still pretty good. So 6 gig of RAM. And this one has got 128 gigabytes of internal memory again. So pretty decent. No headphone jack. So standard thing with all the new phones. However, this one does have stereo speakers and they are Dolby Atmos. So that's not just something Samsung has anymore. Has 4,000 milliamp battery, so slightly smaller than the S10 Plus, still bigger than the S10, bigger than the Honor 20, not as big as the Mate 20 Pro. So, but still reasonably pretty cool. Now it's powered by Snapdragon 855, which has 8 cores. One of them is 2.8, 3 of them at 2.42, and 4 at 1.8. Now the reason why I'm saying that is that very first one is mainly for gaming, and that's what this phone is capable of. I mean, it's going to wipe the razor off the street. You know, we've not really sold any of them anyway. We've already had one customer come in asking about the OnePlus. So, this one, for a gaming phone, if someone wants a gaming phone, bring them straight over to the OnePlus. It's got everything they need. Full screen, stereo speakers. It does carry weight, but there's a reason for that. And as I said, I was going to come into that. So, this phone, it's nice and responsive, which is a bonus. Has 10 cooling layers, which means when it's on charge, doesn't heat up. When it's gaming, doesn't heat up. And they make a point of when it's gaming and on charge, still doesn't heat up. So you're not going to have to interrupt your gaming whilst you're charging. And that's one of their pride and joy. So this one definitely is aimed at gamers. Now if we go on to the camera, you see the camera, pretty good quality. Now these little buttons here, so this one on the left is to go to the ultra wide. That one's normal. This one's ×3. But then it has a nice little slider to go up to 10 times zoom. So, as you see, still quite good because now it's in digital. 3 times optical, so that's now not digital, that's the actual lens zooming in, which is a bonus. So it's nice and easy to just get between those points without having to sort of go through the whole dial thing. But, you know, I quite like it. Now, I'm sure some of you are thinking, if it's full screen, which when you go to the aspect ratio up top, now this is your screen aspect. So you go to 1:1, reduces it down. Or go to full screen, the camera then engulfs the whole screen. So you can see everything on the screen, not having to go, oh, what's that in the middle of this, on the very far corner? It's all there for you, which is quite nice. Which I can't get to come off right now, but I'll leave it. Now, one other thing is that this phone, I'm sure you're thinking, where's the front-facing camera? You switch it around, and it pops out the top, and there I am. Look at me. Put it back in again, and it retracts. Now, I really like that. Kind of makes me think sci-fi-y. It's really cool. Now, they've said that when the phone is dropped, if your front-facing camera's out, so you're taking a selfie, and someone knocks you, and there goes your phone. It will detect it's falling, and retract the camera so it doesn't break. Obviously, I'm not going to test it, because I'm not paying for a new phone if it does break. So we'll leave that for field tests, because no way am I risking that. Now, I've said about the stereo speakers and their Dolby Atmos. So, if I bring up the settings, so we go to sound and vibration, and there you can see Dolby Atmos. You click it. Now, here's a nice little thing. You've got dynamic, so it will adjust based on what you're doing. So, it sort of detects games, music, stuff like that. So you've got a movie setting or music, and you can click it, change it, and the headphone style. So we come back off. It's awkward doing this one-handed. And you've got earphone mode, so again you can customize some bits and bobs, which I think's pretty cool. Lots of nice little customization options. Now, with this little button here on the side, if we take it off, so flick it up one, goes to vibrate, up another one, silence. So a lot like the iPhone. So, you know, you need to just silence it, just flick it all the way up, done. Want to put it back on, all the way down, which no other Android phone has. So that's a nice little thing. Now we've gone to Google, gone to YouTube. Again, I've booted up Lacuna Coil. Obviously, you're not going to get the full force out of this one from your phone speakers, because that's going to rely on them. But you press play, and it does in fact come out of the front. And it's the top and the bottom stereo speakers, Dolby Atmos. So, you know, they're going to get brilliant sound quality. And that's all from this one. Any other questions, let me know. There is another mode as well, which is quite important to state, is that it's designed to not give you any distractions when you're in a game. So that way, you know, like I said, designed for gamers. So no text messages, anything like that will come through while they're playing their game until they pause it or stop. Alright, see you later, guys.